Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Tony Nathan Laws and I'm here again with another video. Alright, so in today's video, I will be talking about questions not to ask a trans person. I have 5 questions that I will be addressing and I'll be trying to explain reasons why you are not supposed to ask trans persons these questions. Alright, so number one question on my list is, what do you have down there, or what's in your pants, or do you have a penis or a vagina? So questions pertaining to genitals. All right, so I personally believe that that's a very personal question, and not only me who think that is, other trans persons might find it very offensive to ask them that question, because I'm sure other persons are not going to go up to a cis person, a cis man, and ask a cis man what's in his pants. Or you might not go up to a cis woman and ask a cis woman what's in her skirt, or what's in her pants or whatever. You will not ask cis persons those questions. So why would you ask a trans person those questions? And I think that's very offensive and it's very personal, and it's basically none of your business. I mean, unless you are interested in being in a sexual relationship with that person, or you're interested in having a relationship with that person, I don't think that question is relevant. And so unless that person decide to open up and let you know what type of genitals they have, then it is not relevant to ask that question. All right. The other question that I have is, what's your birth name? For most trans persons, that's a very touchy topic. And so a lot of trans persons change their birth name to their preferred name because they don't feel comfortable with that birth name, and so they change it. And so to ask a trans person what's their birth name when it is obvious that they change it because they let you know what name they want you to call them by, and they change their name. So why would you go ahead and ask them what's your birth name? For most trans persons, or let's not say most trans persons, but for some trans persons, they refer to their birth name as their dead name. And if that's their dead name and they did not tell you what their dead name is, it is not necessary, because it can cause a lot of emotional damage when you bring up questions like that. And so that question is basically not relevant. This is not necessary. It is basically none of your business. Alright? So that's number 2. Number 3, the next question that person normally asks trans persons is have you done the surgery, or what surgery have you done, and so forth. Again, that's a very personal question. Unless that person tell you that they have done surgery, or release that person information about themselves, you don't need to ask that question. Again, that's a very personal question. You understand? So that question is really not relevant for you to ask. It's not necessary. It's very personal, and unless that person decide to tell you or relay that information to you, don't ask. Alright? That's number 3. Number 4 is, how do you have sex? No, there is no one way to have sex. There is no rule book that says if you don't have sex this way, you're not having sex, or this is the way to have sex. I mean, even a heterosexual person, or even a cis person, they have sex many different ways. There are many different ways to have sex. So asking a person how you have sex, to me, it makes no sense. It really makes no sense, because how a person have sex has to do with their sexual partner, or how they feel comfortable having sex, or whatever. I mean, it's none of your business. I'm sure you wouldn't want someone to come to you and ask you how you have sex. I mean, that even sounds like a dumb question. Thinking about it. So don't ask that question. That question is very personal and it's not supposed to be asked. Not even supposed to be asked by anybody. Cis person, trans person, gender non-conforming person. I mean, it's a question that you should not ask anybody unless you are interested in having sex with the person. Otherwise, from that, you don't need to ask that question. All right, and number five that I have on my list is, when did you decide to be trans? Being trans is not a choice. And so asking a person or asking a trans person when they decide to be trans is invalidating that person. Because some trans persons, if they had the choice to choose between being trans and being a cis person, I'm 100% sure that they are going to say they wish they were a cis person, because being trans is not a trend. It is not something that is enjoyable. It is not something that a lot of persons who are trans enjoy being trans. I mean, if you are proud of who you are, and you wouldn't change being trans for anything else in this world, then that's cool. I mean, that's awesome. But for majority of the trans persons, they